Let me know straight away, please, if the audio is working. This is dspot. Welcome to a session of Barça Bound for SB Nation's Barça Blaugranes award-winning website, of course. Welcome to the chat. So much to talk about. I want to give a quick minute as well to the dspot loyals over on my YouTube channel. That's right, I'm kicking it old school and going double team here. All right, I got the phone working for my YouTube channel and I got my laptop here recording live for Facebook or on Facebook for Barça Blaugranes and dspot on my YouTube channel, of course. Welcome to the chat, everybody. This is dspot for you dspot loyals up there on my phone. Make sure you drop in your comments in the comment section. Make sure you drop in your questions in the comment section, of course. As per usual, I will do my best to answer all of them accordingly. Guys, a lot to talk about. Let me first start by apologizing for those on the Barça Blaugranes chat. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm talking to the guys on my dspot platform. I need to apologize because I didn't make a video for after the Champions League match earlier this week between Juve and Barça, of course. Abraham Philip is saying audio is fine. I appreciate that. That was my main concern. I was checking it earlier. It seemed fine, but in the live stream, you never really know what is going to happen. And I see that there's a massive delay. So I just wanted to make sure that the audio is working well. Up there for the dspot guys, yes, I'm sorry I didn't make a video. That is on me. However, in case you haven't noticed, in case you're not following me on my Twitter yet, make sure you do at This Is dspot. The reason why I'm not haven't been making films, I dropped a clue earlier last week. The reason why I've maybe disappeared, or not disappeared, but maybe vanished a little more. I'm not as present in your face as usual. The reason being is because I'm up to here with work. I'm currently doing a master's in sports journalism. But the good news, the very good news, is that I have joined forces. dspot has joined forces. No, that is, I wish that's saying too much, but I am working for Media Pro, narrating La Liga matches for La Liga TV in English. Not the entire match. I'm doing the post and pre-match as well as the halftime show. So pre-match, post-match, halftime narrations is all done by yours truly on La Liga TV or any La Liga match provider locally in India, China, Australia, the North America, and everywhere else pretty much is where you can now at least hear my voice. I'm extremely grateful. I'm extremely excited for this opportunity. Very grateful to the guys over at Media Pro for giving me this opportunity. It's awesome, guys. It's a dream come true. As I see Mark Pilkington saying, "Hey Dio, congrats on the new job with La Liga TV." Thank you, Mark. Thank you as well for your comments on Twitter. So just wanted to give you that brief update as to maybe why, in case you were wondering why I haven't been around or as present I should say in recent times. The reason is that I'm just really worked out as well. This job with La Liga, with Media Pro, means that my weekends are now completely full. I do all of the weekend action, which means, you know, I'm in the booth in the office from 3 until pretty much 10 p.m. At night. So a lot going on, guys, but I still want to obviously do both Barça Blaugranes and dspot, and because my time is just so limited, I have to do this combo, you know, this duo, this ménage à trois, YouTube, Facebook, et moi, because, you know, that's just the way it is, guys, okay? And anyways, without any further ado, that's enough minutes of me yapping about my personal life, which I'm sure is none of your interest. I wanted to give the update nonetheless. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to this Valencia Barça Football Club Barcelona. What a mouth-watering match. What, man, I mean, this one, if you guys didn't have this one marked in your calendars, I don't know what you guys were doing, because my days. I know some of you guys on Twitter were a little bit too cocky for my feel, and I warned you guys. I warned those that were saying Juve was going to be a walkover and Valencia was going to be a walkover. There wasn't many cules that were saying, but there were some, and I said, hold your horses, chill down, sit down, stay humble, hashtag be humble, because this is going to be anything but a walkover. I didn't mean that we were going to lose this match, but I did know that both the matches were going to be difficult. Both Juve and Valencia. Juve, of course, I'm not going to talk about old news, but a 0-0 draw, 0-0 draw, that was enough for us to go through to the next round in first place. Job done. This match yesterday, however, also crucial. A Valencia side, a very strong Valencia side, and in my opinion is playing the best football in La Liga so far, without a shadow of a doubt. The most exciting team. I wouldn't call it the revelation of the season, because for me that has to be Girona. Still, just look what they did this over this weekend as well. By the way, what an action-packed weekend of La Liga football. Those who are saying, not you, because you guys are all Liga fans, but those who are saying that La Liga is boring or La Liga is not exciting, take a look at what just happened this weekend. Nothing but goals, nothing but drama, and this weekend was no exception. However, Valencia, a side that has 8 consecutive wins under their belt, nonetheless, 8 consecutive wins, very strong under Marcelino, of course. Under Marcelino has managed to just put this side up to the level that it deserves, the level that it should be, the level that it should have never dropped from. It reminds us of the time, of course, that you know, that La Liga was, that Valencia was fighting for La Liga, and that is also good to see. Did you guys see, by the way, a little side note, the way that the fans were arriving, that they were greeting the bus? Absolutely incredible. Such passion, such excitement. If there was any doubt how much this game meant to Valencia, to Los Che, to the Valencia fans, just have a look at the images as the bus arrives. Absolutely incredible. Love to see that sort of stuff. Barça, however, of course, arriving as league leaders, losing would have not meant that we would have lost the first spot. However, it would have closed the gap to that mere 1 point. Would have been maybe just added that little bit of pressure until for this end of this first half of the season that we wanted to avoid. If we could have won and gotten those 3 points, and you know, would have stayed clear, still another 10 points of Atletico and Real Madrid, of course, that would have been great, and increase the gap between such a title contender, in my opinion, that is this Valencia Club de Football. That would have been fantastic. However, in overall, a 1-1, I think, is the correct score on the night. Yes, I do, and I say that despite the obvious fact that, of course, it should have ended 2-1 on the night. It should have also ended with perhaps Rodrigo being either sent off or at least given that yellow card for that excessive celebration, let's call it that, with the local fans. Not only is that a yellow card in itself, but putting on a wig is also a yellow card. So quick recap on the match. The first half, all Barça, you know, there was, I believe 6 occasions on goal. Does that mean that Barça was dominating, was shooting on goal, you know, incredibly much? Dominating, yes. A lot of shots on goal, should I say potential goals? No, absolutely not. There was, of course, that only one, in my opinion, that was Messi, his actual goal that was threatening to be a goal, or that was an actual goal. Other than that, though, you have to commend Barça and Valverde for continuing this authoritative, dominating way of this dominating manner of playing football, just dismantling the utmost best teams. Is it in, you know, forget it, guys. Forget trying to compare this side to Barça's, to Guardiola's Barça. Let's just turn the page. I know a lot of you guys are melancholical. Me, I'm the first one. I'm always reminiscing about the 90s, okay? Whether it is hip-hop or whether it's football. And in particular, you know, the Dutch national team has a soft place in my heart. I reminisce oh so much about the good old times. The good old days. Everybody's talking about the good old days. But let's turn the page and let's look into the future, because that Barça is not coming back, and not coming back anytime soon under Valverde and with these kind of players. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. So let's accept it. Let's assume it. Despite that, let's also give credit to what I was mentioning earlier. A Barça side that knows how to pressure, that knows how to control the ball, that knows how to impose his style, be assertive, authoritative, dominant, enjoy long possessions of the ball. Paulinho is incredible. Anybody that is still, I can't say it every week, anybody that is still doubting Paulinho is just, I don't know where their eyes are put. He es un crack, es un puto crack. He's amazing. Titi, solid in defense. Semedo, fortunately not his best game, however Jordi Alba made up for that. Ter Stegen, un crack, as always, the best goalie in the world, as always. And of course we have this little genius, this little starlight, star bright, first star that I see tonight. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That is Leo Messi, a little star that shines the brightest in the sky. It might be the nursery rhymes that I sing to my song every night that, I come up with these kind of things. But that doesn't take away from the fact that thank God we have Leo Messi, and thank God que tenemos Messi para muchísimo rato. This man signed the contract, made it official. Bartomeu got his selfie. It's all done and dusted, guys. Messi until the age of 34 I think it is. So does that mean that before this picture he was going to leave, that it was in danger, that Barca was going to be without Messi? I don't think so. I think he was always going to sign this contract. I do think, however, that Messi is still, and that despite the fact that he's just signed this contract, that Messi is still waiting to see what is going to happen with this team. And if Bartomeu and company are not able to put together a team that not only is competitive this year, but remains competitive for future seasons, at any moment in time, Leo can say, ciao chicos, ha sido muy bonito, it's been nice, but it's time for me to go. I still think that it wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of clause in there, or the 700 million perhaps even will just be a blow in the whistle for some sheikh, the likes of Man City or PSG. So, but let's, of course, that's all speculative and that's all whatever. That looking into the future, let's just be happy that he signed. Let's be happy for Bartomeu. Give him a round of applause. You got it. You got your picture with the man. Now back to the match. And second half, however, those first 35 minutes of the second half, not sure what happened, but Valencia switched the gear. Give credit to Valencia as well for knowing how to suffer, knowing how to deal with a side the likes of Barça, a very different Barça that they are used to playing. And Valencia was able to impose their style, on the other hand, in the second half. Got that goal from Rodrigo. A good goal nonetheless, despite the excessive celebrations that should have gone in the booking. The ref was looking at the guy. The ref is like, he even had the card out, he even had the yellow card out. Don't tell me, send me some pictures on Twitter at thisisdspot. He had his card out. I'm pretty certain. I saw the video replay. He went to his pocket. I didn't physically see the card, but I know he was looking at him. He reached into his pocket for something. I'm sure it wasn't like a ciggy or something like that. So he had his card out. Why didn't the ref book him? Beats me. That said, the last 10 minutes, Barça should have, could have, would have, but didn't get a second goal. Unfortunate, of course, because I think we deserved it. That said, firmo un empate a uno. I always said I will, ¿cómo se dice en inglés? I will be content with a draw at this Mestalla, a terrifying ground. Today or last night, more than ever, these fans so engaged, so happy to see that their side are competing for the Liga title, and they remain to do so. So, and Jesus, I'm skipping over Jordi Alba's goal, but Jordi Alba, fantastic finish, incredible finish, but what a quarterback-like pass from Messi. Again, thank God we've got this little genius. Because where would we be without him, boy? I don't know. But Jordi Alba, hats off for making that run into the box and finishing off a beautiful Leo Messi pass. Guys, that's it. Let's get to your questions. I see a lot of people on YouTube asking for Johnny Carlos. Johnny, Sad. He is on Barça blaugranes. Johnny or Sad, a lot of people asking for you on YouTube, my friend. So just letting you know, you got a lot of fans, my boy. You got a lot of fans. You should think about starting your own YouTube channel. So here it is, guys. Let me get to your questions. I'm gonna keep it brief. I'm not gonna get to all of them, but here we go. I see here Sad, in fact, saying La Liga is an embarrassment. How can we call ourselves the best league in the world when we don't have goal line technology, which the Germans and English had for years? So this is a very interesting topic, one that I don't know all the details of, but I will tell you this. It has been reported that La Liga has not VAR, V-A-R, pero el ojo de halcón, which is the same thing with a different brand. It comes down to branding. Now they are not, and I think I heard something along the lines of 7 of the big stadiums. You can imagine which ones those are: Mestalla, Bernabeu, Camp Nou, Wanda Metropolitano, etc. have already implemented this technology. However, La Liga is not, just doesn't want to use it. They can use it, but they don't want to use it yet. That doesn't mean that they will not use it next year. Tebas, La Liga president, has already announced that he will. But right now he doesn't want to, for reasons best known to himself. That was a little piece of information that was unknown to me, and I thought it would be interesting to mention. Muhammad is saying, what your opinion on Semedo? He did a good first half, but the second he was bad. He's not good in defending. The last matches, wingers can easily beat him one-on-one. So Semedo right now, I'm not going to be hard on him. He had an awful second half. He's been too good this season for me to crack down hard on him and say that he's not a good defending. Mohammed, I respect your opinion. I'm going to disagree. I think he's a top-notch defender. Having a dip right now, for me, nothing to be concerned about yet. I emphasize the yet because I agree with you that these last few matches is not been up to the standard that we are used to from Semedo this far. I'm expecting a lot of you guys though to talk about Deulofeu, because if not, I do have some harsh words for a guy that I've been supporting for a long time, as you guys very well know. Mohammed is saying, congrats buddy on Pakistan. Thank you so much. Too fast for you. We played great in the big matches. Here Mark Pilkington saying, at the start of last week I would have been happy with a point each game. Last night hurts as we were robbed of a goal though. Of course, I mean, I agree with that assessment in its entirety. Last week I said I'll be happy with a draw in Juventus and Mestalla. Last night, however, look, it wasn't the worst neither. Those last injury time minutes, Valencia could have again gotten away with a win as well. They could have easily slotted in the second goal themselves if it wasn't for some bad kicks and Ter Stegen making a save. But so that's why, you know, lo firmo. I'm happy with the 1-1. I'm not gonna dwell too much about what could have, should have, but in the end didn't happen. So that's just my 2 cents there. No Man is saying, in your idea, why didn't they accept Messi's goal? No Man, good question. I'm going to answer your question with a conspiracy theory. Check this out. Guess who last night's ref was? Last night's ref was nobody else but the same referee who last year Piqué called out. Am I saying this correct? Last year, you guys surely remember this incident where Piqué, at the end of the match, pointed at Tebas and pointed at some say the Barça directors, others say the Valencia directors. In any case, was pointing into the stands over at Tebas primarily for the bad refereeing that happened that match. Do you guys remember that? That happened last season. Well, the referee in charge of that match was nobody else but the same referee that was refereeing this match. Now, some are saying that, in a way, this is his revenge for what happened last season, for making such a public spectacle for his poor refereeing last season. If it is, then that is, shocking and sad, because, I mean, last night's performance was, again, another awful one, and surely one that he will get Fasca will get smacked in the face for. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see this ref for a couple of matches, for a couple of weekends. Rihomov is saying, when will this end? How long the Spanish referees and Tebas stop killing Barça? Look, for me, it's not a conspiracy against Barça. I don't sign that piece of paper that goes around saying that. Not Barça, Madrid has had bad calls. Not this weekend though. Malaga should have definitely gotten that equalizer. But if you tell me, look, do you think La Liga maybe doesn't want, so La Liga official doesn't want La Liga to be over already in December, where Barça or where Real Madrid and Atletico are 10 points clear of La Liga leaders Barça? It's surely not in their best interest. It's not in their La Liga's best interest, or any of us for the neutral spectacle best interest, to see that it is a two-horse race in December. Revenues go down, ratings go down. I'm not saying anything else. Great performance by the guys. Yes to say, says Gert Rasmussen. It was a tough match indeed, and they did very well. A very collective effort. It's obvious that the team play as a team this turn. Okay, just great to watch. Sorry I didn't get all your phrasing there, but good that you enjoyed the match, Gert. Here's Saad saying, congratulations, D. You're a cool guy. You deserve it. Thank you so much. John is saying, any news on the Balón de Oro? No. And not interested, because I'm pretty sure we all know who that is going to go to. Next question. Rahimov is saying, did Perez prolong their last year contract with the Spanish referees? Answer please. Rahimov is also saying, do you think playing 4 midfielders was good? Yeah, I think the 4-4-2 that Valverde came out with was the right decision. That first half was sheer and utter dominance by Barça. We cannot argue with that. I see not a lot of people are asking or commenting on Deulofeu, so let me just jump in here and talk about Deulo, my friend Deulofeu, who I support conditionally, unconditionally. Conditionally, perhaps, is the right word, because last night and the previous few matches has been sheer and utter garbage. Okay, just gonna say it's been awful. It's been awful, man. Deulo, ¿dónde está tu cabeza, man? Where's your head? Get your head into the game, because I'm not gonna say you cost us the match, but just losing the ball, getting caught offside, interrupting the flow of the game. It's constant, mate. It's constant, amigo, y no lo soporto más. Dennis Suarez, on the other hand, fantastic substitution, came in and contributed a lot of value to the team. That's what you want to see from the lad coming off the bench, aprovechando sus minutos, taking advantage of the minutes that he has, the limited minutes even, and Deulo, on the other hand, not doing it. That is worrying to me. Sada saying, Semedo is great because Semedo got beat because he had 2 wingers on him and Rakitic was sleepwalking instead of helping him out. Yes, I agree. Sleepwalking seems to not only be Rakitic's problem. I'll tell you what, as much as I love Umtiti, and there's no doubt that I love Umtiti, o sea, lo amo un mogollón, un montón. I love this guy, Big Sam, one of my favorites of the squad. However, yesterday, in extra time, in injury time, joder, era esto? No. Excuse me. It was Rodrigo's goal that you could even attribute to Umtiti for sleepwalking, because he he stops. He kind of like fakes. I don't know if you guys saw this. He's following the plays, following I forget who puts the ball into Rodrigo, but he's following the Valencia play, the Valencia action, and kind of like fakes taking another step and actually steps back, allowing the ball to simply arrive to Rodrigo, who's just behind him. So there's no looking behind him whatsoever, and therefore, you know, he's able to start it into the back of the net, nudge it without any complaints of defenders being all over him whatsoever. Umtiti, that one you need to be called out for, my friend. That's something I observed. I'd be interested to know your opinion. Gert Rasmussen is saying, do you think Barça will buy Christian Eriksen? I think he could be a new Michael Laudrup. I'm Danish as well. What do you think? Yeah, I've been lo valoro un montón. I value him very much, especially after, you know, the matches with the Champions League matches against Real Madrid. He's impressed me incredibly much. I've been hearing so much good news about him from my friends over in the Premier League. I would like to see him come. Do I think he will? That's up to the Barça gods to decide, of course. I don't know. There's no news that I know of. Of course, he's a great player. He's in a great moment, so he's in the newspapers, and always the guys that are linked with the likes of Barça Madrid are enjoying good Spurs, you know, good runs in their careers at the moment. But whether they come or not, that's to be seen. As soon as I have more news, I'll let you guys know. Personally, I would like it. Gaurav saying, Raki, time to improve or leave. He's having a tough time, Rakitic. He's having a tough time. Mark saying, at Rodrigo's goal, Umtiti should have attacked the near post, but Vermaelen and let Rodrigo get across from him. Both take responsibility, but I think Big Sammy has been immense this year. Absolutely. Look, Mark, I'm not saying, you know, like I said, he's been my favorite player, or one of my favorite players this season. However, that's something that I noticed. Did Rodrigo get away from Vermaelen? Yes. Did I expect Vermaelen to, you know, keep up the chase with the Rodri? No. Did I expect Umtiti? However, given his, you know, he's spoiled us, okay? Umtiti is up here. Vermaelen is not even in the screen, okay? Umtiti is neither, but he's blown up. So, do I expect this lackluster performance defending from Vermaelen? Yes. Did I expect Umtiti to not attack the near post, as you correctly put? No, I didn't expect that, and I think that was an error on his part. Anyways, guys, a couple of more questions and then I'm gonna call it quits. We are nearing the half-hour mark. Way too long for any kind of broadcast. That is but you know, it's been a long time. I like saying a long time. So, and I want to make sure I get a couple of more of your questions in. Harry Potter saying, Suarez, what's happening? He can't even make his runs properly. I mean, he got caught offside too many times. Suarez is still missing, I agree. He had a sweet little moment where he did that turnaround. He did, you know, did you see that one? The turnaround, did a little 180 and kicked the ball. Got a good touch to it. However, you know, it went straight to the goalie. It didn't cause any trouble. Other than that, yes, Suarez, unfortunately, guys, still missing in action. Hopefully that'll change soon. Mohammed is asking about January signings. Any news on that? No, other than I am freaking guaranteeing that somebody's going to come because Messi is demanding somebody to come. Will it be Coutinho? I don't think so. I keep repeating that. Champions League football is what is important this season. Coutinho, of course, will not be able to play. That is why I think Ozil might join. Comes very cheap. Has he been good this season? No, he has not had a good season at Arsenal. So that is, of course, a minus that might prevent his signing. You know, we can talk about Seri, of course. Let's not forget that in the summer that signing was close to happen, and then all of a sudden, in the beginning of La Liga season, the newspaper started to report that he was going to come in January, so maybe that news will heat up again. I'm not sure. A lot of people, you know, Coutinho is somebody that is definitely on the radars of the directivos, but I think for the summer would make a lot more sense. as opposed to this winter. So we'll see. Guys, Mohammed is saying Messi goal drought is increasing. Come on, Mohammed. I'm not gonna end on that. What are you talking? Messi scored a goal yesterday, and Messi, if he didn't score the goal yesterday, which it pretty much was the goal, Jordi Alba did great to get to it, but it was all Messi, that action, to put that ball into the back of the net. That I'm talking about, that equalizer. That was all Messi. So, Mohammed, man, I can't believe you even put that comment in there. You should erase that comment. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Diego dspot signing off. Barça blaugranes, Barça bound is the episode. Signing off as well. Thank you so much for joining in. 30 minutes of Barça news, Barça chat right here for you guys to see. For those who have just joined the chat, make sure you rewind, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course, at youtube.com/c/dspot, and make sure you keep your ears wide open to hear me over the weekends narrating La Liga matches in English for all of you international La Liga and Barça fans. I'll be on there. I'll be on next weekend as well. I need to figure out the timings and how I can record these sessions and when. Maybe I can even do it right from the studio, right from Media Pro during games. Let's see. Okay? In any case, guys, thanks for your questions. Thanks for joining in. See you next time. Visca el Barça.